US lawmakers have passed a bipartisan legislation enhancing the US support for Tibet. This could become another flashpoint in the already strained US-China ties. The Resolve Tibet Act helps counter the Chinese government's misinformation about Tibet. The act promotes dialogue between Beijing and the Dalai Lama towards a peaceful resolution of the long-standing dispute between Tibet and China. The Resolve Tibet Act first passed the House last February and cleared the Senate last month. The House of Representatives voted 391 to 26 in the final procedural vote. It now goes to the President Biden's desk, who is expected to sign it into law. The act empowers the State Department officials to actively and directly counter disinformation about Tibet. It rejects claims of China that Tibet is a part of China since ancient times. The legislation pushes for negotiations without preconditions between the Chinese government and the Dalai Lama or his representatives or the democratically elected leaders of the Tibetan community. It affirms State Department's responsibility to coordinate for a negotiated agreement. Now, no formal dialogue between Tibetan and Chinese authorities has happened since 2010. According to the lawmaker who presented the bill, Chinese officials continue to make unreasonable demands of the Dalai Lama as a condition for further dialogue. By hardening the language around Washington's stance on Tibet, backers of the bill hope to bring Beijing back to the talking table with the Dalai Lama. Beijing argues that Tibet has remained under central Chinese rule for over 700 years, despite extended periods in which Tibetan campaigners argue that the region was effectively self-governed. The Dalai Lama has said that he does not seek political independence for Tibet, but has not recognized Beijing's historical claim over it. In April, China reasserted that any contact or talks with the Dalai Lama would concern his personal future, or at most that of his close associates, and not the question of Tibetan autonomy. US President Joe Biden is yet to meet the Dalai Lama since taking office in 2021. He, however, expressed sympathy for the Tibetan cause and has raised the issue with Xi Jinping in the past. US has also appointed a high-ranking State Department official to serve as special coordinator for Tibetan issues. There are reports that the Dalai Lama may visit US this month for a knee treatment, but it is not clear if he will be meeting any US official.
And generation.
Mr. President, have you seen the interagency report?
For all the latest news, download the WION app and subscribe to our YouTube channel.